Hi everyone, I'm Dave Barnett. I'm the CEO and founder of Attract Capital. Welcome to the continuing Attract Capital webinar series. Today we're going to talk about the year 2021 is the year of the Great Capital Restock. And we're going to talk about what the Great Capital Restock means for your middle market business. So what do we see happening in the middle market right now? We see companies either raising capital or preparing to raise capital. And it's really to address a lot of the financial needs that companies have coming out of the recession and coming out of the pandemic. Many companies lost money throughout stretches of 2020. They also stretched their working capital to the point where they need to rebalance it. So there's a repairing of the financial condition of balance sheets that's going on right now. On the other hand, there's also a preparing for the next big event that could happen, a big unexpected event. Nobody really saw the pandemic coming a year ago in January of 2020, and nobody knows what the next big event is. But what every middle market business owner knows right now is that they need to increase the amount of liquidity availability they have for their business. Very few businesses feel coming out of the pandemic that they had as much availability as they wanted when they were in the pandemic. And those companies with capital strength are the ones that got through to the end. So they're both repairing, they're preparing for the next unexpected event, but the best reason to call this year the Great Capital Restock of 2021 is for scale-up potential. Scale-up potential is widely available in the market right now. There's a lot of opportunity. So what do I mean by scale-up potential? Well, the pandemic had a very disrupting effect on the middle market economy. There's essentially, if you think about the pandemic, it was 10 years of change compressed into about 9 months. So strong companies got much stronger, weak companies got much weaker. So there's opportunities, and there was change that was unleashed throughout all businesses and how they operate that is available to be taken advantage of right now. So we see 4 specific areas of scale-up opportunity for middle market companies as a result of all the disruption of the pandemic. The first is products. The pandemic created a whole new class of products that your company might now be selling. They might have been minor products before the pandemic, but now they've become major products. And it really makes sense for you to kind of standardize them and invest in them so that they could become best sellers within your portfolio. That's number 1. Number 2 is processes. A lot of companies changed the way that they're handling the operational side of their business. They thought it was a temporary move, but now it's more likely to be a permanent move, and they need to invest in it in order to lock in those efficiencies and to unlock that productivity over the long term. So that's processes. The third is people. There's a lot of good people out there that are very talented that might be at companies that are no longer financially stable. They're looking for a new home, so you can scoop up a lot of new talent. And the fourth is acquisitions. There's a lot of companies, as I said earlier, the strong got stronger and the weak got weaker. There's a lot of companies out there that are available at really good prices. So scaling up amidst the market disruption is a really smart move to make. So why scale up now? Well, it makes a lot of sense now because we're in the early part of the cycle. We've gone through the worst of the pandemic, we're coming out of it, and now if you start early in the cycle, you'll have more of an opportunity to be able to access the best resources at the lowest prices right now. So it's a really good time in the cycle. It's also really important to think and reflect upon 2020 that every company, regardless of what you do and how well you made it through, every company needs to extend their capital runway so that they have more capital availability for the next downturn. We don't know what the next downturn will be. It's probably not going to be a virus. But given the state of affairs in the country today and the level of discord, I think it's very advisable for companies to extend their capital runway. And finally, you really don't want to make, a lot of people are very focused on PPP programs and other government support programs. The government is good and can get you through some tough times, but it's really not a long-term answer. So you really want to have a robust capital raising effort that could help you be proactive and scale up and prepare for the next unexpected downturn. So the question is, who are these investors that you can go to help you with the Great Capital Restock of 2021? Well, there's aggressive small community banks, not the big banks, but the small community banks who are looking for customer relationships and will provide commercial and industrial loans. They're number one. Number two, mezzanine funds and other cash flow lenders such as unitranche lenders are flush with capital and looking for good deals right now. And number three, there's growth equity available from growth equity funds. So we wish every middle market company we wish them great things in the year 2021, and we hope that you can fully participate in this Great Capital Restock. And if you have any questions about any of the material that I just laid out, please feel free to call us at 631-645-1553 or email at dbarnett@attractcapital.com.